And I am here with an idea of Natural Smokehouse Curing, and using wood smoke, not liquid smoke, flavorings to cure meats. And that comprehensive outline perfectly captures the steps of Natural Smokehouse Curing. Here I am here to let you know. The traditional art of natural smokehouse curing. Natural smokehouse curing is a multi-stage process that leverages salt, thyme, air, and wood smoke to both preserve meat and develop complex, deep flavors. This method requires meticulous attention to sanitation, temperature, and humidity throughout all phases. Phase 1, preparation and initial curing, salting. The curing phase is the most critical for food safety and the foundation of flavor. It involves applying a measured cure mixture to the meat. 1. Trimming and curing preparation. Start by preparing the meat, whether it's pork belly for bacon or a whole ham. Trim off any excess, uneven pieces, and remove any glands or lymph nodes. Aim for a uniform shape to ensure even cure penetration. Once trimmed, pat the meat completely dry with paper towels. The dry surface is essential for the cure mixture to adhere properly. 2. The cure mix and application. The cure mix is typically a combination of non-iodized salt, sugar, which helps balance flavor and aids in color development, and most importantly, a curing salt like Prague Powder, which contains sodium nitrite. The sodium nitrite is vital for inhibiting dangerous bacteria like Clostridium botulinum and achieving the characteristic pink color. Safety is paramount. Always measure curing salts precisely according to a tested recipe and never eyeball the amount. Thoroughly rub the entire surface and all crevices of the meat with the mixture using clean hands. For very thick cuts like bone-in hams, a combination of rubbing and brine injection may be necessary to ensure the cure reaches the center. 3. The curing period, equalization. Place the rubbed meat into a non-reactive container, a food-grade plastic bag, or wrap it tightly. Store the container in a refrigerator, maintaining a stable temperature between 36 degree and 40 degree. During this time, the salt draws moisture out of the meat, creating a liquid brine. Flip the meat every day or two to ensure even contact with the cure. If using a container, pour off any excess liquid daily to prevent the cure from diluting. The curing duration is determined by the meat's thickness. As a general guideline, many recipes use about 7 days per inch of thickness, though a specific recipe should always be followed. For thinner cuts like bacon, this phase often lasts 7 to 10 days. Phase 2, rinse and pellicle formation. After the cure is complete, the meat must be rinsed and prepared to receive the smoke. 1. Rinsing. Remove the meat from the cure and discard any remaining brine. Rinse the meat very well under cold running water to remove excess surface salt and spices. If a small test piece of the meat cooked is too salty, you can briefly soak the entire piece in fresh cold water, but be careful not to soak for too long, as this can wash out the vital cure and increase the risk of spoilage. Pat the meat thoroughly dry again. 2. Forming the pellicle. A pellicle is a sticky, thin protein layer that develops on the meat surface as it air dries. This layer is crucial because it acts as a magnet for the smoke compounds, allowing them to adhere evenly and efficiently. Hang the meat using hooks or twine, or place it on an open rack in the refrigerator, ensuring air can circulate around the entire piece. Allow it to dry uncovered for 12 to 24 hours. The surface should look dry and feel distinctly tacky to the touch when ready. Now, the temperature must remain cold, ideally below 40 degrees. Phase 3, natural wood smoke curing. This is the phase of flavor infusion, using solid hardwood to create natural smoke. The outcome depends heavily on the chosen smoke temperature. 1. Smokehouse and wood preparation. The smokehouse or smoker must be capable of maintaining the required low, consistent temperature and must be properly ventilated. Select your hardwood, avoiding softwoods like pine, which contain resins that produce harsh, unpleasant smoke. Hickory, apple, cherry, pecan, or oak are excellent choices. To create the ideal smoke, use wood chunks or sawdust and ignite them to a smolder, not an open flame. The desired smoke is thin and bluish. Heavy, thick white smoke is acrid and will ruin the flavor. Keep the wood smoldering slowly throughout the process. 2. Cold smoking, preservation and flavor. For traditional cured products like bacon or dry cured ham that will be cooked or aged later, cold smoking is used to infuse flavor without cooking the meat. The smokehouse temperature must be strictly maintained between 50 degree and 80 degree L and must never exceed 86 degree. The duration can vary from 8 to 24 hours total. This is sometimes done continuously or in intermittent sessions, with the meat resting in a cool environment between smoking periods. High humidity, around 70-80% in the smokehouse, is often helpful for proper smoke adherence. 3. Hot smoking, cooking, and flavor. If the goal is to fully cure and cook the meat simultaneously, such as with certain hams, hot smoking is used. Start at a lower temperature, around 160 degree to 180 degree for initial smoke infusion. Then gradually raise the heat to 185 degree to 200 degree to cook the meat. The process is complete when the meat reaches a safe internal temperature, typically 140 degree to 150 degree, confirmed with a meat thermometer. Phase 4, resting and drying, the finish. This final stage is essential for cold smoked dry cured products, achieving the stable moisture level needed for preservation. 1. Cooling and equalization. After the smoking process, allow the meat to cool at room temperature briefly. Then, move it to a cool, dark, and controlled environment. This allows the internal moisture and cure compounds to fully equalize. 2. Dry aging curing. Hang the cold smoked meat in a temperature and humidity controlled curing chamber. Ideal conditions are typically 50 degree to 60 degree with a relative humidity of 65% to 80%. The key metric for completion is weight loss. To be considered fully dry cured and shelf stable, the meat must lose a significant percentage of its original weight, often 30% to 40%. This moisture loss concentrates the flavor and inhibits microbial growth. This stage can take anywhere from a few weeks for bacon to many months for a whole ham, depending on the cut size and environment. Once the target weight loss is achieved, the natural smokehouse curing is complete, and the meat is ready to be stored or enjoyed. Please subscribe my channel to help grow. I'll be back with another mind-blowing idea right here. Stay tuned. Have a great day. Settings. Use appropriate media. Add all caps subtitles with a spoken word highlight